3 reasons martial arts don't work. Off the top of my head, 1, the training is unrealistic. It means the training doesn't start from the scenario of how the person got into the situation. Not enough pressure, there's no hitting, there's too many rules on the training, too much gear. It's not meant for self-defense if you train that way. So unrealistic training, you know? If it has too many moves, if it takes you a year to get out of the beginner level, that's not a self-defense training system. Self-defense, you should feel like a warrior the first few days you get out of there because it should be so attached to human natural movement and human natural instinct of survival that it doesn't take you that much of a learning curve to feel like you're going to defend yourself. 2, there's not enough fear. Oh, a lot of martial arts schools, right? You got to make money, so you don't instill the fear that real situations have. You know, some people, they got into martial arts because their parents put them in there since they were young and they grew up in it, you know, but they've never had a real fight in their life. They don't actually have the fear, you know. But then you got some people who grew up in the street and they have to survive all the time. So there is a natural fear, even though they don't call it that. You know, they call it this their survival response, you know, is kill or be killed. They just have that because that's how they grew up, and they're gonna train a little differently, you know? A lot of students have so much respect for their instructors, and you should, right? But at the same time, you know, if your instructor says, choke the crap out of me like it would happen in the street, you choke the crap out of him, you know, because he's gonna choke the crap out of you. And that's how you learn. You learn through the pain. And third, martial arts don't work because it's unnatural. So what I said before about it being unrealistic and the realistic training is what feels natural to the person. You know, something that's unnatural has to be programmed into your subconscious, into your system, in order for it to now become natural, right? You have to overcome a previous behavior by instilling a new behavior that kills off that behavior, you know? And a lot of martial arts systems don't do that, you know? The student leaves the training hall is still like they're still thinking about it, right? Like they want to get it right. They want perfection. Perfectionism. Perfectionism is one of the things that kill martial arts from working in the street. No real fight is perfect. So that perfectionism, you know, there's an animalistic thing that goes into fighting for real. And that animal instinct is not developed. You know, a lot of people make fun of the traditional like Chinese martial arts and African martial arts and stuff that imitate animals. But in reality, those arts are saying it's not so much about imitating the animal, it's about imitating the spirit of that animal. If you learn to develop the instinct of a hunter, of a predator in nature, in your fighting skill, that's going to start to become natural over you developing the skill as prey. One of the things that make you prey is that a lot of the martial arts focus on perfection versus protection. And protection is more preemptive. You know, a lot of them they wait. They wait till somebody does something to them so that they can react to it. But you have to understand that, you know, you ain't gonna react fast enough unless you got a good distance from somebody. You ain't gonna react fast enough to stop their attack. You have to preempt their attack. You know, you got to get them in between their motion. And these are just some of the things that why martial arts don't work in real fights, you know. I mean, you saw what MMA did, right? It used to be real, it used to be UFC, and then it was like, nah, it's too brutal. You know, people getting hit in their groin, you know what I'm saying? Getting bit, you know. I can't remember if anybody got bit, but you know. Also, how is it a self-defense system if you're not learning weapons? Like the first thing that every martial art should start with is weapons, because weapons equals the playing ground between you and somebody who's bigger and stronger than you. There's no way I'm gonna go up against a bodybuilder unless they're terrible at fighting and win based on size alone. I gotta do some nasty stuff. Okay, yeah, that's it.